and gentlemen, Congress's flagship event Bharat Jodo Yatra, which started from Kanyakumari in September last year, culminated today 3,570 kilometers apart in Srinagar. Congress termed it a much-needed shot in the arm, praying that it will boost its prospects in the upcoming 2024 Mahayuddh. But the man who led the charge from the front didn't leave any chance to take pot shots at the center, despite saying that this was not a political yatra. Questioning the government's claim over normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir, Rahul Gandhi pointed out that targeted killings and bomb blasts have become a regular occurrence in the region. Boasting his family taught him to live fearlessly, Rahul Gandhi dared Home Minister Amit Shah to walk from Jammu to Lal Chowk if the region is so secure. Listen in to this dare by Rahul Gandhi.
जैसे मोदी जी हैं, अमित शाह जी हैं, आरएसएस के लोग हैं, उन्होंने हिंसा नहीं देखी। डरते हैं, नहीं डरते हैं, देखिए डरते हैं। यहाँ पे हम 4 दिन पैदल चले, मैं आपको गारंटी देके कह सकता हूं कि बीजेपी का कोई नेता ऐसे नहीं चल सकता। और इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग, इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग उनको चलने नहीं देंगे, इसलिए क्योंकि वो डरते हैं।
The BJP was quick to demolish Rahul Gandhi's argument. The centre reminded him of unprecedented Azadi and Tiranga Kranti under the government, and now how UPA tried to restrict the Tiranga Yatras of the BJP from fluttering over the valley in its own era. Listen in to the countercharge.
1992 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर मुरली मनोहर जोशी जी ने और उस समय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बम धमाकों के बीच में और बंदूकों के साए के बीच में तिरंगा झंडा लाल चौक पर फहराने का काम किया था। 2011 में युवा मोर्चा के अध्यक्ष के नाते मैंने अपने साथियों के साथ कलकत्ता से कश्मीर की यात्रा लाल चौक पर तिरंगा झंडा फहराने के लिए की, तो मारा गया, हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को जेल में बंद कर दिया गया। 2014 के बाद हालात कैसे बदले हैं, कश्मीर में शांति अमन आई है, और राहुल गांधी जी प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद भी करना भूल गए, जिन्होंने अनुच्छेद 370-35 को सदा के लिए समाप्त किया।
आज यदि आप झंडा फहराने में सफल हो रहे हैं तो वो तब जब हमारे संस्थापक अध्यक्ष ने इसके लिए अपने प्राण बलिदान किए। हमने उस कश्मीर के लिए जान की बाजी लगाकर हमारे नेताओं ने वहां जाकर झंडा फहराया, तो आज वो हालात बने हैं कि वहां पर जाकर 26 जनवरी 15 अगस्त को डल लेक पे तिरंगे की पूरी लाइन दिखती है, कतार दिखती है।
He is walking only because of Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah ji. Otherwise, he should remember in 1992 when it was his government in the center and the state, when Prime Minister Modi with Murli Manohar Joshi ji went to hoist the national flag, it was among the gunfire.
But the Congress's strategy to assert itself as the fulcrum of an anti-BJP bloc didn't go as per plans. As many as 8 key players of the opposition decided to give the finale a miss. Heavyweights like Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, Nitish Kumar, Uddhav Thackeray and Chandrababu Naidu, including KCR, decided to keep a distance rather than attend the event amidst heavy snowfall. But Rahul Gandhi had the full endorsement of the Gupkar alliance. Listen in.
राहुल जी ने कहा मैं कश्मीर अपने घर आया हूँ। राहुल जी ये आपका घर है और मुझे उम्मीद है कि जो गोडसे की आइडियोलॉजी ने जम्मू कश्मीर से इस मुल्क से छीना है, वो गांधी जी हमें वापस लाए और जम्मू कश्मीर ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे मुल्क का, गांधी जी ने भी कहा था कि मुझे कश्मीर से रोशनी की किरण नजर आई, और आज पूरे मुल्क को राहुल गांधी से राजनीति की किरण नजर आ रही है।
But why does the opposition not favor an anti-BJP front led by Rahul Gandhi? Many feel that Rahul Gandhi has not been able to challenge Prime Minister Modi effectively. Secondly, it has not been able to stem the rot within the party and the exodus that is the bane of the Congress party today. They also feel that Rahul Gandhi cannot lead an opposition alliance simply because his interpersonal relations and availability remain a question. And over and above this, the fact that he lost his own seat in 2019 in Amethi doesn't exude any confidence in the opposition. Not just that, the opposition seems to have learnt a lesson from the Hindu bashing that the Congress has often resorted to, and it's not a trap they want to fall into. So clearly they are keeping their distance, and that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question we are asking on the news hour tonight. No opposition Vishwas in Raga? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the debate tonight, Jaiveer Shergill, national spokesperson of the BJP, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, political analyst, Sushil Pandit, activist, Jammu and Kashmir. Also joining me tonight, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, leader of the TRS, Professor Manojit Mandal, spokesperson of the TMC. But my first question goes to Congress leader Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal ji, the fact is the BJP has said that during the UPA era, there was no Tiranga Yatra possible in Jammu and Kashmir. Today, after Article 370 has been abrogated, the law and order and security in the state is so much better that Rahul Gandhi could actually unfurl the Tiranga in Lal Chowk. How do you take this, smart counter move by the BJP on the allegations that have been made by Rahul Gandhi earlier today?
I think BJP needs to go for a fact check. We have seen the highest number of killings of Kashmiri Pandits during this time period. And when they claim that law and order situation is improving in Jammu and Kashmir, they are grossly mistaken. It was for the guts as well as the vision of Rahul Gandhi that he traveled from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, strengthening the unity and integrity of the country. All the Kashmiri political parties, devoid of their political leanings, they all came forward for national solidarity for one united Bharat. So that must be accepted. I think BJP needs to have, it can do much better rather than simply finding out reasons to criticize and condemn Bharat Jodo Yatra. All its criticism have failed, and Bharat Jodo Yatra has been successful in achieving its desired objective.
You call it successful, but opposition to juda hi nahi Bharat Jodo Yatra mein. If you can't jodo the opposition, how will you jodo Bharat?
भारत जोड़ो भारत को जोड़ने के लिए था, ऑपोजिशन को जोड़ने के लिए नहीं, और भारत जुड़ा है. In fact, right from Kanyakumari till Kashmir, everywhere, wherever Rahul Gandhi ji went, lakhs of people came together, irrespective of region, religion, all of them came together. They marched shoulder to shoulder with everyone. Everybody wanted a united Bharat, the very Bharat that Congress had built post-independence. Rather, I would say that the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi was carried forward by Rahul Gandhi. We want one united Bharat, not a divided Bharat based upon religion, caste and all other forms of inequalities. So let us come together for a united Bharat, and that message was subtly given, and it was accepted and participated by the masses as well.
Well, then let me ask Professor Manojit Mandal. Manojit Mandal, अगर भारत जुड़ा हुआ है तो फिर भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, why was it required? And if opposition is not part of Bharat, which is why Mr. Lokesh Jindal feels that opposition को जोड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, do you think the very objective of Bharat Jodo Yatra is somewhat confused according to the Congress?
So you see, it's the program of a political party. They have got every right to have their own idea about how to unite India, and we have got really no comment to make on that particular issue. One thing is very sure, All India Trinamool Congress was not invited for this particular program, so there is no question of attending the program at all, which I think needs to be clear, because in some parts of the media this rumor is spread that we did not attend the program. We were not invited, I repeat, we were not invited for this particular event today. That's point number one. If we think about the United India, yes, that is the plank of TMC as well. We need to fight this particular force, which is called BJP or Bharat Jalao Party. They are destroying the fabric of this country. They're destroying the very basis of India, the idea of India for the last 10-15 years. Forget about the economy, how it is in doldrum, price rise, and so on and so forth. And even today, they're disrespecting every other icons of this country. What they are doing with Amartya Sen today, look at the BJP leaders in Bengal. Every other day, they're disregarding. One is saying that he did not even get the Nobel Prize. That's the kind of history that BJP people are making. We will fight the BJP against this kind of autocratic, exclusionary politics that they have been playing for the last 8-9 years, plus the kind of quote-unquote fraud, mammoth fraud that they have been committing on the people of India, starting from that 15 lakh rupees to 200 rupees, sarson ka tel, and 100 plus rupees petrol. This is the mammoth fraud that Trinamool Congress is going to fight against the BDP. And I tell you, we are growing leaps and bounds in the northeastern parts of the country. Meghalaya, Tripura, we have already declared 120 candidates for the upcoming assembly poll. We are the first party. This is not getting much coverage in the national media.
Right.
We are the first party to declare 120 candidates in both the states where BJP or their alliance are ruling.
Well, so let me get in Mr. Jaiveer Shergill. Mr. Jaiveer Shergill, the fact is that Congress has not united the opposition, so they are going to go against Modi. That objective against removing Modi remains constant, but the leaders cannot come together. How do you respond to both Mr. Lokesh Jindal of the Congress and to the Trinamool Congress spokesperson?
No, we are not saying that it is anti-Modi. Please don't misquote me, Navika ji. We did not say this is anti-Modi. We did not say that.
Okay.
It is our idea to save India, the idea of India to unite India. And if you say that Modi is the destroyer of India, you are saying, we are not saying.
But that is exactly what Mr. Rahul Gandhi is saying. But that is exactly what Mr. Rahul Gandhi is saying. So you're not with him. You're not against Modi. Then where are you, sir?
No, for God's sake, I'm not representing Rahul Gandhi. What he says, he will take responsibility of that.
All right. Jaiveer Shergill, आज एक चीज तो clear हो गई है that Trinamool Congress is no longer anti-Modi.
Not against the person.
Navika ji, firstly, I hope I'm not interrupted and the same courtesy is extended by the fellow spokesperson as I extended to them. Oh my. I think you first listen to him first.
No,
yes, go on, Mr. Shah.
Can I
speak? No, go.
Things.
No, Manojit Mandal, there are so many, so many interruptions are not allowed during a debate. Now allow Mr. Jaiveer Shergill to make his point.
You can't spin my words. You're spinning my words. Don't spin my words, for God's sake.
I'm repeating exactly what you said, Mr. Manojit. I'm repeating exactly what you said. You're not against Modi. You're not against Modi. You said that you're not anti-Modi. So I just repeated that.
We are against his policies and the kind of idea that BJP as a party propagating. Not against the person, Mr. Narendra Modi.
Boss, the public understands exactly what you are saying.
No.
Now allow Mr. Jaiveer Shergill to respond.
Yes, public सब जानती है.
Navika ji, two, three quick points, Bharat Jodo Yatra and on opposition unity. Firstly, I think the Indian National Congress should in written express gratitude, their gratefulness and thank you to Bharatiya Janata Party and leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah ji for successfully unfurling Tiranga in Srinagar, which was not possible during the Congress regime. हिंदी की वो कहावत आपको याद है, वो भी एक दौर था और ये भी एक दौर है. In that दौर 1953 Shama Prasad Mukherjee died, 1992 Modi ji along with Murli Manohar Joshi ji unfurled the Tiranga with in extreme strict vigilance security. 2011 many BJP leaders including Anurag Thakur, Sushma Swaraj ji were said you cannot unfurl और तिरंगा नहीं लहरा सकते लाल चौक पे क्योंकि माहौल खराब हो जाएगा. वो भी एक दौर था when Kashmir during Congress regime the news used to come people throwing bombs, grenades. Today the news is coming that the brother and sister are throwing snowball, बर्फ के गोले एक दूसरे पे फेंक रहे हैं. This परिवर्तन from khitpit to picnic, this change from friction to picnic is only possible during the Bharatiya Janata Party regime. So I think the abrogation of Article 370, 35A, the success, the achievement, the Bharat Jodo Yatra is a living proof and a living testimony to that. Point number 2, objective. Bharat Jodo Yatra. Bharat Jodo Yatra is a damn squib. It is a classic case of operation successful, patient dead. Bharat Jodo Yatra, the fulcrum, the alpha and omega is anti-India, anti-peace, anti-forces, pro-China, pro-Pakistan. You started with Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Look at the trajectory of the Yatra. It's only marred with confusion, chaos, divisiveness and destruction. In Kerala, they make a viral picture of half-men burning. Then they meet a pastor, George Puria, who's abused Hindu gods and said Indian land is impure. They come to Tamil Nadu, they meet SP Uday Kumar, who says Tamil Nadu should be separated from India. Then he does jappis, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, with a Congress young leader called Rijil, who slaughtered a cow just to mock Hindu sentiments. Then they come to Maharashtra, they put Veer Savarkar's poster, but Mr. Rahul Gandhi abuses Veer Savarkar. Then he goes to Rajasthan to say China is beating Indian soldier. Then he comes to Delhi, then he says India is a confused nation without a vision. He crowns Jagdish Titler, who's accused of Sikh genocide. Then they come to Jammu Kashmir. Look at the beauty now. Jammu Kashmir, Mr. Digvijay Singh and the entire Congress brigade is asking the proof of surgical strike. Bharat Jodo Yatra is a facade. On the other hand, they have Mehbooba Mufti who threatened that if you abrogate 35A, abrogate 370, there will be nobody left in Jammu Kashmir to hold the Tiranga. Then they are hobnobbing with the Abdullahs who said if you want to be, Pakistan talks are necessary for peace in Jammu and Kashmir. The truth of the matter is Bharat Jodo Yatra has exposed Congress hypocrisy on secularism, nationalism and their stand on forces and only exposed their pro-Pakistan and China character.
Well, so let me get in Lokesh Jindal again to answer this. Lokesh Jindal, even people with whom you have run governments, Nitish Kumar, you are the smallest partner in that government in Bihar, didn't turn up. DMK, you are a small partner in Tamil Nadu, they didn't turn up to Kashmir. Uddhav Thackeray, you've run a government, MVA, Mahavikas Aghadi in Maharashtra, they didn't turn up. Samajwadi Party, UP के लड़के इकट्ठे थे, उन्होंने तो नुमाइंदा भी नहीं भेजा अपना. What is the success of the Bharat Jodo Yatra? People today are asking this question.
Well, if it could have not been successful, then my friend Mr. Shergill won't be begging for some form of credit to BJP or making it secure enough so that we could unfurl the flag. और रही बात बीजेपी की तारीफ करने की, तो मिर्जा गालिब का शेर याद आता है. हमें पता है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है, हमें पता है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है, मगर दिल खुश करने के लिए ख्याल अच्छा है. ये भारत जोड़ो यात्रा जो है सर, you have to look into your own track record.
अच्छा है, शेर तो कम से कम सही बोलिए.
शेर एकदम ठीक है। आप ये गालिब के लिए नहीं, ये बीजेपी के लिए था। तो मैं ये बात कहना चाहूंगा, if you look at BJP's track record, right from the time period since 2019, when it came up with Citizenship Amendment Act, when it came up with abrogation of Article 370, when it came up with farm laws, when it came up with all forms of social tensions like the halal issue, trying to bring about a communal divide in all over the country, the entire country burned, right from Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, everywhere there were communal riots. People, they were itching for each other's blood at that point of time. What the Prime Minister was doing, simply maintaining a silence. Never did he come out, ask the people to maintain peace. He was hell-bent upon dividing the entire country on communal line. In this background, we had Rahul Gandhi taking the initiative, walking all the way from Kanyakumari to Kashmir on one single agenda: Nafrat Chodo, Bharat Jodo. It is not PR, it is pyar that he wanted to spread all over the country. But this you will never accept, because it is against your ideology and against the very propaganda and agenda that you pitch for. So you have to understand that when a leader for almost 5 months, non-stop, he is walking from Kanyakumari till Kashmir, never did he bring up any form of an issue that was solely political. When he criticized the Savarkar issue at that point of time, he criticized the Hindutva agenda, which is marginalization of Muslims. Whenever Rahul Gandhi spoke, he spoke as an Indian for the unity of Indians. So Bharat Jodo has to be understood not merely within the political perspective, but also its necessity so as to keep the social, the fabric of Indian society intact. The unity in diversity and diversity in unity, it forms the very basic character of Indians.
Let me get in both Abhijit Iyer, Mitra, Sushil Pandit and our guest from TRS. Sushil Pandit, to you first. Do you think, of course, it's not, everything is not hunky-dory in Jammu and Kashmir, but is the situation better today than it was, before 2014? Question number one. And question number two, how do you respond to a very catchy line that Mr. Lokesh Jindal gives? Rahul Gandhi's yatra was not PR, it was pyar. Respond.
Thank you, Navika, for having me on this show, and good evening to all my fellow panelists and your viewers. You see, bottom line is, by his own standards, Rahul Gandhi's standards, this was a Herculean task for him to walk all the way up to Kashmir, and he did walk. I'm surprised he could manage it, but he's done it. So kudos to him for concluding this yatra on a high note, unfurling a Tiranga at Lal Chowk, about which his own party spokespersons were saying that this is RSS ka agenda and we are not going to do it, but finally better sense prevailed and he did it. And this was the leitmotif, this was the example of the contradictions that accompanied him from the very first step he took. And all those contradictions and many more, some have been enumerated by Javeer already, accompanied him right through every step of this yatra. But the anticlimax was when he entered Kashmir for ostensibly Bharat Jodo, where Bharat gets the stiffest challenge to its integrity. He was flanked by the known separatist sympathizers walking along with him. Abdullahs who taunt us, saying POK tumhare baap ka nahi hai aur Cheen se lenge 370, and Mehbooba Mufti, who would day in and day out bat for Pakistan and say first talk to Pakistan even before you talk to people in Jammu and Kashmir. So people like them who have disparaged Tiranga, who have disparaged our armed forces, who have disparaged India on every given occasion, were flanking on both sides. If this was Bharat Jodo, then I wonder what else do you need in Kashmir to render it weaker? The problem here is that they have difficult partners, some who do not join and others who join them to drag them further down. In the eyes of rest of India, National Conference and PDP, Abdullahs and Muftis are the villains in Kashmir. They are the biggest threat to Bharat Jodo. And if they are the ones accompanying you to Lal Chowk, then good luck to you. This sack of contradictions overflew. This cup was brimming over already, but it spilled over with this huge contradiction to Bharat Jodo accompanying Rahul Gandhi. And one more thing. I wish he had carried on this yatra quietly, in silence, on a Maun Vrat, because all that he did in 2-3 days was rendered waste every time he opened his mouth and said something inane for which he's become infamous. Had he walked this yatra with his mouth shut, probably India would have swooned on this Mauni Baba's long trek and would have, lied down for him to walk over them so that his aching feet got some comfort. But he undid his yatra all by himself every second, third day by speaking out things that were better not said. Thank you.
Well, Sushil Pandit, you deliver a hard one every time you look at something, with a critique in mind. But let me get in Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, the point that Sushil Pandit makes, was Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra ultimately able to get the country together, or has the contradictions that he carried with himself left more questions unanswered than actually answering them?
See, we are not hurry commenting whether Bharat Jodo Yatra is a success or a failure, whether Rahul Gandhi could Jodo the country or not, and all that stuff, because it's purely a Congress party affair. I don't know whether they have done Bharat Jodo or not. It is a Congress Jodo Yatra, and we know the situation of Congress party in the country today. So going through 12 states and 2 union territories cannot, completely Jodo the Bharat. So that's what one should understand. And now the problem actually lies here. Now, whichever discussion you see, either it is Congress party or BJP, or Rahul Gandhi is not in a position to unite opposition, who is versus Modi. This is not, we are limiting this country to discuss only about 2 parties. Do we have any other alternate? So this is what actually has to be discussed today. It is not about Congress and BJP anymore. People look beyond these 2 parties, because for a long time, Congress party failed this country, and for the past 8.5 years, Narendra Modi utterly disappointed this country and failed in meeting the aspirations of the youth of this country and every section. So we, as BRS, we wanted to, bring in a new alternate in this country, an alternate which think of development and welfare of the poor, development, welfare of the needy sections. It is not just about, unfurling, we respect the tricolor, we respect the flag, but always emotions doesn't work. Emotions cannot give you development. Emotions alone cannot give you the welfare. These 2 parties are busy keeping these things alive, and rather than not discussing at all development projects or development aspects in this country. So, Honorable CM, KCRG, the President of BRS, we wanted to bring in a strong alternate agenda, which is a development agenda for this country and a welfare agenda to this country. That's what we are actually into. And the country will witness a rising strong alternate force in 2024.
Well, so clearly what you're saying is that Rahul Gandhi cannot join the opposition. Everybody will find their own path. Even your party can desire to become a fulcrum and get all opposition parties together. And that, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, so where if the Congress is not able to Jodo the Congress, it is not able to Jodo the opposition, then where is the Congress actually going with this Bharat Jodo Yatra? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how successful do you think this Bharat Jodo Yatra is in resurrecting the Congress's future as a challenger in 2024?
Navika ji, Mile Kadam Jude Watan Bharat Jodo Yatra. I just wanted to say I'm quite disappointed by Jaiveer. He's a very dear friend of mine. But, his party is the biggest beneficiary of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, so I don't know what he's complaining about. But let's look at, when you attempt a repackaging and resale, of a train wreck, the product must have some credibility. Now, my friend Mr. Jindal just said that, he walked 3,500, 3,700 kilometers. They did not walk 3,500, 3,700 kilometers. They were trucked about 3,500, 3,700 kilometers. Rahul Gandhi kept returning to Delhi and flying back to meet the Yatra wherever it was. You think people don't see that? Number one. Number two, if you want to relaunch, the party is so confused. They don't even know how to message it anymore. What were the big takeaways from the Bharat Jodo Yatra? Number one, the T-shirt. Second, ठंड उन्हीं को जो ठंड से डरते हैं उन्हीं को ठंड लगता है. So basically, he wasn't scared of the cold 1 month back. But then in Srinagar, when it started snowing, he started getting very cold. He started getting very scared of the cold because he was wearing a fairan and a cap and whatnot. Then, the third big takeaway was Rahul को मैंने पीछे छोड़ दिया है. ये हमारी देश की philosophy है. आप please समझो, आपके लिए फायदा है. The fourth was the Pandavas never did demonetization. Now, what out of this was pyar in all of this? Quite the contrary. When immigrant workers are being targeted and killed in Kashmir, he goes to Kashmir and he says, outsiders are taking your jobs. Outsiders are telling you to run your country. You see, I'm half Tamil, half Bengali. Rahul Gandhi is neither Tamil or Bengali. So he shouldn't become Prime Minister because no outsider from Tamil or outside Tamil Nadu or Bengal should tell me how to run my states, no? So what gives him the right to become a Prime Minister? I don't want him to be Prime Minister. Next, the fun thing is what the INC leaders themselves are saying from within. They're all complaining that this is a exorbitant waste of money on a train wreck that is beyond, that now has been totaled and can only be sold for a wreckage, for spare parts and things like that. There is no recuperating the cost, and that too is so close to the 2022.
Come on, you're being very uncharitable. You're being uncharitable, Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Let me reply.
But finally, to address the last point on Mr. Rahul Gandhi's security, see, he's irrelevant. Who would want to attack him? You tell me that. I would point you to the fact, this is from the Times Group's own newspaper. If you can see this, in 2019, the government downgraded him from SPG to CRPF Z category. Nobody even wants to engage with him. Nobody wants to even go after him anymore.
Just one question.
I think there is only one alphabet separating BJY from BJP. आप इशारा समझ लो.
No, I have one question to ask, sir. Sir, why was BJP so scared that it came up with a COVID issue to disrupt the Yatra? Why did the Minister of Health come up with a COVID excuse and was begging, please, Bharat Jodo Yatra, rok do? Why this? We didn't see a COVID blast coming into the country. We saw that particular COVID excuse was a hoax. Please give me your answer on this. Why this form of a haste and this form of a excuse to stop the Yatra?
Respond.
Mr. Jindal, did they stop the Yatra? They provided.
We didn't stop because it is unstoppable. It was not going to stop at all. But you did try. But you did try.
Are you trying to say, Mr. Jindal, that BJP dar gayi thi? BJP dar gayi thi? Is that what you're trying to say? Abhijit Iyer Mitra, please respond. Ke BJP dar gayi thi? Do you think BJP dar gayi thi?
Every time I I would urge all your viewers to look at Jaiveer's face and the big smile on his face. I think Mr. Jindal is confusing entertainment with fear. Entertainment and fear are two very different reactions. I think all of us are highly entertained by the Bharat Jodo Yatra. It's like, when you go to a horror movie and most of the cases you're laughing when,
So you are not able to laugh anymore.
But I'm laughing all the way, sir.
No, on a serious note, Jaiveer Shergill, the charge by Mr. Lokesh Jindal is that The BJP was scared. That is why it tried to stop Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra with the COVID bahana. There were lapses in his security, all because the BJP was scared that he would go and unfurl the Tiranga at Lal Chowk.
Navika ji, 3 or 4 quick points. First, PR and pyar, the catchy line as you put it. चाहे भारत जोड़ो हो पीआर, यहाँ प्यार, सही बात तो है, अभी राहुल जी नहीं है मोदी जी को हराने के लिए तैयार. सो पीआर प्यार नहीं है मोदी जी को हराने के लिए तैयार. ये जमीनी हकीकत है, ये वास्तविकता है जिसे स्वीकार कर लेना चाहिए और अभी मेहनत की जरूरत है. दूसरा पॉइंट, हैव यू सीन दैट मूवी Navika ji? I'm sure every viewer, including my friend Abhijit, has seen Sholay. There were Asrani played the famous role of a jailer, and there's a very famous scene which got very popular. He says, "आधे कैदी दाहिने जाओ, आधे बाइने जाओ, बाकी मेरे पीछे आओ." And when he looks behind, nobody is behind him. That scene is the depiction of the state of affairs of opposition reposing their faith in the Indian National Congress. Earlier, they issued invitation to 18 floor leaders. Only 2 came, Uddhav ji and Stalin ji. Today, invitation was issued to 23 or 27 leaders, except the main in charges, main leaders, I think except Mehbooba Mufti ji and Farooq or Omar Abdullah, nobody turned up. Because today, the common glue, leadership, common agenda, common ideology, the opposition unity is devoid from all these criteria. You have many viewers on your screen right now, and including very experienced spokespersons. Let's take a poll right now. Does out of 543 seats, 210 come from UP, Bengal, Bihar, Maharashtra? In UP, Congress lost deposit in 98% of the seat. Samajwadi Party has called, Congress and BJP are the same. In West Bengal, there are only 39 seats. Mamata Banerjee on 3rd December 2021 has questioned where is UPA now, went to the extent to say Rahul Gandhi is a kid. You go to Bihar, 42, where Congress is a stupney. 1 second. Maharashtra, the idol of Uddhav Thackeray ji, Shiv Sena is Mr. Veer Savarkar. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is abused Mr. Veer Savarkar. Though today for opposition, Congress party has become a liability, a touch me not, stay away from me proposition because of their confused stand on secularism, nationalism, religion and even economy.
One final point. Sir, आपने तैयार का कहा था.
So let me get the two opposition. Two opposition. 1 minute, Lokesh Jindal. Pyar, taiyar. The people will decide that. But I want to ask the Trinamool Congress spokesperson Manojit Mandal first. Short question, give a clear answer. Will the Bharat Jodo Yatra actually increase the Congress party's tally in the next elections of 2024? Yes or no answer?
I can't be an astrologer. I'm not. I'm a man of literature, but I do not believe in astrology at all. So it's very difficult to predict. We are very sure that Trinamool Congress is going to play a very important role in the next 2024 election, and not just in Bengal.
That's not my question. Mr. Reddy, is the Congress better placed today after Bharat Jodo Yatra than they were 4 months ago? Yes or no?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Reddy.
I didn't get you. Can you come back?
Well, do you think Rahul Gandhi and Congress are better situated today than 4 months ago to face the elections of 2024?
We don't have any business, assessing whether Rahul Gandhi image has increased or not increased and all that. When I see this discussion from the beginning, Mr. Jaiveer Shirgir talks about...
When so much experience behind these political parties and they are not impressed, they are not convinced, then what about the rest of India? I leave that judgment to the people of India who are watching this show tonight. 2024, of course, the public will decide. What does the public think? Well, we'll wait for your answers. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side,